Thank you so much for coming. It's been a while, hasn't it? So before I become Mr. Martin, I'm actually retired NAMM chairman. The coolest thing is, I get this all access pass in perpetuity. But I do want to talk just for a moment about NAMM, right? It's an association, it's our association. And it's been a challenge for NAMM because the trade show is sort of the engine that fuels what NAMM can do, to create more music makers. So I'm really happy that you're here. I'm really happy that everyone who's exhibiting is here. I'm scratching my head a little bit about the people that aren't here, right? They're missing something. So thank you so much for coming. So believe it or not, after 100 and how many ever years, this is the 2.5 millionth Martin guitar. I know. Who would have thunk it? And you're saying, well, okay, what's so special about it? So you need to come up and see it. I'm going to say no picks, no leather jackets with studs, you know, that kind of stuff, but you got to check it out. So if you look at the pick guard and you look right down there where that ruby is, etched onto the pick guard is Lower Manhattan in 1833. And where the ruby is, that is the location of the first original Martin guitar workshop in the United States in 1833. This is the night sky. This is the night sky. If you were to look up, if you were C.F. Martin Sr., the day you signed the lease on that store, and if the sky was clear and you looked up, that is what the sky would have looked like. I think that's pretty cool. It wasn't my idea, but it was a really good idea. So I'm gonna step away, got some really cool new product. Again, thank you so much for being here. And Skip, you're up.
I can't follow that up, so I'm going to hand this to Matt. We'll go on to the next one. So it's a really great project, Elysian, Bird's Eye, Rosewood on that guitar. It's amazing. Next up, we've got our FSC ukulele, and really our sustainability efforts are important to us as a company, and this is another example where we're trying to continue that across our product line. And this is a ukulele that's FSC certified, and we also, for the first time, have a gig bag. It's right around here somewhere, trolling in. This is made from recycled ocean plastic, and it's spun. It's a pretty cool thing to partner a responsible gig bag along with our certified ukulele process. It's really important to us. Craig's going to come up and play it for us. So FSC certified Sapelli wood makes up the neck and the body woods for that guitar. Really sounds great too. So next up, we've got a pretty good story. In 1916, Martin Guitar was commissioned to make for a Hawaiian player, Major Kalakai, a guitar that was bigger and that had more sound to it. And this is what came out of it. We'll let Angela play it. He was a steel string player, like laptop steel player, and so he had a really high nut. So we didn't set it up like that for you, Angela, but why don't you play it and let us hear it. So it's got a very unique mustache sort of style bridge on it, and sinker mahogany back and sides with rosewood binding make it look like a guitar that was going to come from that time period. She made it sound really beautiful. Thank you, Angela. Many stories follow that was potentially where the idea for the Dreadnought guitar came from, because it was much bigger than what we typically had done before, and then soon after that the Dreadnought came. This guitar is just simply beautiful. We've done some arts and crafts models in our history. This has arts and crafts themed inlay in it. It's also a good story. It's sinker redwood for the top with a burst around the edge, and then the back is flamed walnut. And the inlay style is just really terrific when you look at it up close. The purple that you see is actually stained maple. Got to hand it to Tim Teal and Fred, our design team. This really came out great. You got to play it when you get a chance if it's quiet enough, because it really has a beautiful sound as well. We also have some other artistic approaches that we do. We always like to showcase our talents. We've got some painted guitars in the back you can check out when you get a chance. They are done by Robert Getzel. He's our artist, and he's been doing a lot of good projects with us. They're on the back wall. You won't miss them. It's a tiger and a red flag. This is what we were asked for as soon as we launched the SC. The SC was a great project. We got to do it out here. A lot of you came to that press event, and I think 32 seconds after, we were asked, are we going to do a higher end SC model? And here you go. This is a CS Custom Shop SC 2022, first one that we made in Nazareth. It's just terrific, and it's done in the modern deluxe theme, Sitka top, rosewood back and sides. But I want you to notice the nice elegant pearl, thinner around the edges, and the beautiful inlay up the fingerboard. We're gonna have a little show here, so why don't you guys come up? The modern deluxe theme worked really well for this platform, and you'll notice that the original SCs compete really well with it. We could have used a little bit more of that, right? About another 20 minutes. So Angela was playing the SC13E Special, and Craig, thank you. Again, check out the inlay. It's particular to that model and original. When you're socially hanging afterwards, check out our D-42 Special hanging right behind me on the rotating hook. It's collaboration with Dick Bogue. You might know a guy, right? Where is he? Mr. Bogue. Thank you for coming. And the guitar is just wonderful with his artwork. Long time coming, so make sure you check that out. This is a really good story. You got to hand it to Chris. He knows, maybe not exactly at a time why, but he said we should keep some of this wood that we weren't using. We're pretty particular on the aesthetics and what we use. So we had rosewood we couldn't use, and we were stacking up for years. And he knew we shouldn't get rid of it. And we found a way to use it so that aesthetically we can make it beautiful, it's great sounding wood, and it's responsible. So this is a Street Master, but in a rosewood back and sides. and an Adirondack spruce top for $19.99. Where do you get that, right? It's a killer guitar, has a really good look, and it's like the Street Master's brother or sister. Make sure you play it. It'll knock your socks off. Yeah, I was going this way. Everyone, Thomas Ripson.
Good afternoon, and welcome. Thanks for coming. My name is Thomas Ripson. I'm the new president and CEO at Martin Guitars, and I couldn't be more thrilled than to be here. So thank you for coming. It's really a pleasure. And I think it's already getting a little bit hot in here, but we're gonna notch it up a little bit. As you know, working with artists is incredibly important for us, and we have been blessed with many collaborations throughout the years as Martin Guitars, working with many world-renowned artists. And I'm so excited to talk about our most recent collaboration. It's with an artist all of you know. He's made incredible music for the last 40 or so years. As part of one of the founding members from the Black Rose, so you know probably who I'm talking about, but also as an incredible solo artist. And so it's a real pleasure for me to introduce Rich Robinson, and we're going to talk about our new signature model, Rich Robinson. Rich? Hey, Rich. What an entrance. Yes. Thank you so much for coming, Rich. It's a real pleasure to have you here. So tell us a little bit about kind of what was your motivation for this D-28 signature model?
Well, my dad was a musician, and he was a folk musician in the 50s and early 60s. And so it was this guitar in particular was in our house our whole lives with my brother and I growing up. So it was something that was quite important to us, just by proxy of it was always there. My dad would take it out as we got older. My brother and I would take it and bang on it, and much to his chagrin. And, you know, it was just always there. My dad had a huge influence on us.